J.J. French bought his first guitar with money he made selling cookies for the Boy Scouts when he was a kid. From there, he became a teen drug dealer before realizing that he needed to get clean himself. I had the chance to go solo with a guitar player recently to talk about his new biography, Twisted Business. In this, he shares how he stopped using drugs, about the rise and fall of Twisted Sister, and his battle with prostate cancer.
Did you always have faith that you guys were going to hit? What moment did you realize that Twisted Sister was something very special?
We were so successful locally that we had a trajectory that kept the band moving, even though we were being rejected over and over and over. You know, we were turned down more times in a bedsheet and have come back more times than Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. And we illustrate that story in the book in detail, exactly how we confronted all of these crises, challenges, and catastrophes, and how we rebounded. That's why the book is so applicable to not just rock and roll, although every musician should read it. But it doesn't matter if it's rock and roll or selling shoes or just life in general. We have to reinvent all the time, and people reinvent. This is what we do over and over again. This is what we do in life. This is what we do in the entertainment business. And essentially, getting over tough choices is what I had to deal with my prostate cancer. I had to confront it head on. Don't put my head in the sand. You know, women talk about breast cancer among women. Men don't talk about prostate cancer among men. So I'm here to tell you that J.J. French is telling me I'm a prostate cancer survivor. You can be one too, but you got to advocate for yourself. You go to zerocancer.org, learn about it in case you're just starting this journey. Again, nobody wants to get cancer. Nobody wants to hear those words. But I'm telling you it's survivable, but you have to educate yourself.
You guys fell apart after your success. You went bankrupt. How did you start taking advantage of opportunities and second chances that presented themselves to you?
I had already gone through a much more critical time in my life when I was 22. When I was 22 and the band was just starting out, my mom died, my girlfriend left me, and the original band broke up in the same week. I was in a dark hole. And for reasons that are hard to explain, I did emerge from that depression after 9 months, and I never forgot that. And I started writing the diary at that point because I wanted to know how I handled how badly that was. So when all this other stuff came up later on, and the band attained this worldwide fame only to crash and burn by 1988 and found myself bankrupt with no money and working overnight in a pool hall to make money. As crazy and as depressing as that sounds to most people, I was laughing at the absurdity of it. It was absurd. What happened was absurd. And I remarried and I had a kid, and you know, I just kind of rebounded from it, and that's really the key. It's the ability to rebound from the worst possible situations, because what else is your option? You don't have one. You just have to kind of confront these problems, and there's challenges in life, there's crises in life, there's catastrophes in life. They're all different. How you approach them are different. I give you tools in the book to actually understand what is happening to you and how to deal with them. And again, my dealing with prostate cancer directly mirrors how the band dealt with its setbacks. I approach it the same way.
The book is Twisted Business, Lessons from My Rock and Roll Life, and the website, again, dedicated to fighting prostate cancers, zerocancer.org. He was very energetic, and I really want to get into this because his story is wild.
You mentioned that he sold cookies, so you started off very noble at a very young age.
He learned how to sell, and he said that applied the rest of his life. Said he wasn't the best guitar player, but knew how to sell the band.
He could sell it on stage, yeah.
Very interesting man, and right down to, he talks about, he was sober, the whole band was. The record company told him, don't let anybody know. It was the 80s. They didn't want people to know that they weren't as wild, as crazy as they looked.
Well, I'm glad he's health-wise doing much better now.
Very much, and putting his energy to a good place.